everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, I'm going to be doing a review, first impression of the Paris Hilton Get the Paris Look Kit. It has Nightlife, Boss Life. I did pick this up at Marshall's for $14.99. I don't think it says compare at 20. So there is my price tag. If the camera will focus on it, I'm not sure, but it was $14.99 at Marshall's. You probably saw this in my haul video, which I'm actually filming after this video. But I wanted to put some makeup on to get ready for my haul video. So I said, why not go ahead and film this? So anyway, if you have not seen this, it is an entire kit of makeup. Almost everything. As you can see, I do have some makeup on my face already. If you're familiar with my channel, you know what I look like without makeup. I do have my foundation, I have some concealer, and I have some bronzer slash contour on my face, and some powder. And that's it. Because everything else is in this kit. And what I found interesting was that it says all the products here, but then it also has all the products on the back of the box. Now, the difference is that the back of the box, it says that there is a brow kit, but on the inside of the box, it says it is a glow kit, and it is a glow kit right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic liner off of the top of this. So I'm going to show you here on the back, this says that the kit includes a brow kit, which it doesn't. It has the glow kit, which is right here. And then it has a blush, which is right here in the center. 3 lipsticks, which are 1, 2, 3 right there. And then pencil sharpener, which it actually has 2 pencil sharpeners, one right here and one right here. Then it has 4 lip glosses, which are in the center here. 3 eyeshadow palettes, 1, 2, 3. 2 mascaras, which it has a lengthening and a volumizing. I think that's right. Yep, lengthening and volumizing. And then it says it has 3 eyeliners, which are these 2 over here. I think it's a black, a brown, and then over here, where is it? Over here is a blue eyeliner, and then this is a 2-sided eyeshadow brush at the very end. So it's actually a pretty complete kit for $14.99. I mean, I don't know that you can get another kit or this many products at least for $14.99. There are 9 eyeshadows, 4 lip glosses, 3 lipsticks, 2 mascaras, 3 eyeliners, blush, a glow kit, and then the brush. So there's a lot in here for $14.99. Even at the compare at price of $20 that you normally see at like a TJ Maxx or Marshall's, there's a lot of products in here. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to do a complete face of makeup other than the products I already said I have on, my foundation, my concealer, and my bronzer and powder. I'm going to use the rest of these products to finish up my face, and we're going to see how good these products are. I am going to go ahead and swatch everything that I get my little fingers into, and we're going to see how it goes. So first off, because I already have the rest of my face done, I'm going to go ahead and pull the blush out and the glow kit out. So in the glow kit, there are... Actually, let me start with the blush. I'm going to start with the blush. So in the blush, it is just a pink color. It doesn't actually have a color named on here, but it is a nice soft pink color. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this. It appears to be not quite matte. There is a little bit of shimmer there. So there it is. You can see it on the back of my hand. Like I said, it's just a very light wash of pink. I'm going to go ahead and use my Flower Beauty brush, which is one of the brushes that I do enjoy using for blush, and just swirl it in here. So it does come up pretty well on the brush. It is a little powdery, a lot powdery. Let's see how it looks on the skin. I do not mind that, especially with my pink shirt on. I think it actually looks really nice. All right, let's get the other cheek done. I like that a lot. I think it just gives a nice soft flush to the skin. It's not too glowy, so I mean it's not exactly matte, but it's not too glowy either. I like that. I'm going to put a little bit more on this cheek. I actually really like that blush. I will use that blush again. So that's a pretty blush. Like I said, it's just a little bit of pink. You could probably build it up. I mean, I did build it up on this cheek. I had already had enough on that cheek, so I didn't build it up too much more. But you can build it up if you like a more deeper color on your cheeks. So I like that. I'm actually not having very high expectations for this kit, to be honest with you, and maybe I'm going to end up liking a lot of it more just because I don't have very high expectations. We shall see. All right, now the Glow kit has 4 different colors in it. Again, no color shades, it just has 4 colors. It has a more darker orangey bronzy shade, and then a golden shade, and then a peachy shade, and a pink shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all 4 of those. Okay, so these they vary. Let me show you the swatches here. So it starts at the top with the golden bronzy, and then the gold, and then the peachy, which actually looks more champagne, and then the pink highlight there at the bottom. The champagne-y color, or the peachy color, actually ended up being a little bit more powdery than the other 3. But I don't mind them. I don't think they're that bad. I think I'm going to actually go in with 2 different shades. So I think I'm going to start with the champagne-y peachy color here. Get a little bit of that on my brush, and let's see how it looks on the skin. With me being fairer, I wanted to give it a pretty good shot. See what it looks like. I'm going to go in with the pink shade on my other cheek and see what that looks like. These are definitely powdery, more powdery than the blush was. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go back into the champagne color and put it on this cheek just to balance my cheeks out, because I didn't think that that pink really did too much for my skin. And I'm just going to throw just a hint of that pink in here. So it's not the most blinding highlight I've ever used by far, but it's not bad. Especially for the price, it's not bad. I can definitely see it. I hope the camera can pick it up as much as I can see it. But of the 2, I like the blush shade. I like the blush shade better than the highlighting palette. I might try these a little bit later for some eyeshadow. I don't know. I'm going to set these aside and see what I think. Okay. Next up, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the eyeshadow out. I'm going to go ahead and get the eyeshadows out. There are 3 of them. Alright, so there are 3 eyeshadow palettes, each with 3 shades. Again, no shade colors, or shade names, I should say. This one is like Brownie Nudes. And then Blue Grays is the next one. And then the final one are more like rosy shades. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the highlighters off the back of my hand. And I'm going to swatch these for you. Okay, there are the 9 eyeshadow shades. The ones here are the pinky ones, these are the gray blue ones, and then these are the brown neutral ones. So there they are. You can see they go from light, middle, dark. So they're not horrible. Some of the lighter shades are probably a little bit bordering on the too light. We'll see. I'm actually going to try to use all of these palettes. Probably not all 9 shades, but I'm going to try to use all 3 of the palettes. So, I wanted to get that off my hand so I didn't get it everywhere, because that's just me. I would have gotten it everywhere. I think these actually have more of a satin finish than a matte finish. So I'm kind of struggling with where to start on these, because I normally would put a matte shade down on my eye first as a starting point, but these really don't have any mattes in them, and the only matte that I really have is the blush, so I'm not going to put that down as my first shade. We'll see what we can do. I think what I might do is start with the lightest gray shade and just take a fluffy brush. Now, I'm not super fond of palettes that don't have the shades separated, like physically separated, but we'll see how it goes. And I did just put concealer on my eyelids, so this did crease a little bit, but we're just going to work with it. All right, I think I am going to go into the blush shade and put that in my crease. Like I said, this is not completely matte, but it's not like super shiny either. All right, so that did not show up very well over top of that gray, so I'm going to put this back. All right, let's go next into, I'm going to go into the browns, and I'm going to use the darkest brown shade, which again is still kind of like a, not quite shimmer, but not flat either, not matte. Again, I'm not getting a lot of pigment. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna go in with the rose, or the rosy shades. I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade there. See if I can get that to build up any darker on the outer corner of my eye. And it does seem, that one actually does seem to be doing a little bit more. That one's doing a lot better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go back into the browns, and I'm going to take the lightest shade here and pack that on my lid. I think I might just use my finger, because even with my finger when I did the swatch, it did not get very pigmented. So I want to try to give this the best shot that I can. And then I'm going to take the lightest shade in the pink palette. See how that goes. I might go ahead and go back into the highlighter palette then. It's kind of starting to look a little bit messy. I'm going to try to take the pink highlighter shade. No, I'm going to take the peachy highlighter shade, the lighter one, and see if I can get anything off of that. All right, I think I'm going to stop right there with my upper lids. I am going to go ahead and take a pencil brush. I'm going to just go in with the dark red here and put that along my lower lash line. It's okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the blue one, take the dark blue, and I'm going to smudge that along my lower lash line as well, just sort of to smoke it out a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, we're going to go back into the palette, and I think I'm going to go ahead in with eyeliner next. There are 3 highlighters in this box. I think there's a blue one, a brown one. Oh, I forgot to use the brush. Forgot to use the brush. Let me pull the brush out. All right, so this would not be able to give you a full look. It is just a packer brush. I forget what it's called, but basically it's a packing brush on both sides. It's the same on both sides. So, I mean, you could use this. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel bad. So, yeah, it's all right. Okay. All right, so it does look like it is a black. Not super deep. Oh, okay, I thought this was a brown, but it looks like it might be green. Yeah, it's definitely a green, which doesn't make sense with the other colors in this box. And then a blue. So there are the 3 eyeliners, the black, and then the green, and then the blue. So with the look I did, I think what I'm just going to do is stick with the black and see how this goes. I'm going to try to put it on my upper lid, and then I might put it in my waterline. Let's see. All right, so I didn't really like them. I used the black on my upper line, and it's very hard. So maybe once I sharpen it, and it might do better. I don't know, but I had it skipping, especially on this eye. I had it skipping when I was trying to put it on, so that was a little bit more difficult. And then I did try to use the greenish, brownish, greenish, whatever shade it was, just on my waterline, and I had a really hard time getting it on there at all. I think I got a little bit better on this side than on this side, but now my eye's watering really bad, so yeah, I don't know. These are just, they're just kind of tough. I don't know. They're not very smooth. You can definitely get a much smoother eyeliner than these. Are they bad? No. Would I use them if they were the only thing I had? Yeah. So they're not horrible. They're just not my favorite. You can definitely get better eyeliners than these. All right, now onto the mascaras. There is a volumizing mascara and a lengthening mascara. I only know that because it says volumizing and lengthening. I'm going to assume that these are both black, and I do prefer volumizing, but what I think I'm going to do is put them both on. So I'm going to put the volumizing on this one and then the lengthening on that one and show you, and then I'm going to switch them and make sure I have them on both of my eyes. I don't know if there's a correct way to put mascara on if you're putting a volumizing and a lengthening on, but this is a little bit of a shorter wand, and the bristles are just like a traditional rounded swirly bristle. So let's see how this goes. This one is the volumizing one, and it transferred because I always get transfer when I put mascara on. Okay, so this is the lengthening, this is the volumizing. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference. Honestly, I can't tell a difference. I'm looking at this. I mean, the lengthening on my lower lashes do seem to be a little bit longer, but I really don't see much of a difference. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put a second coat, put the lengthening on my right eye this time and the volumizing on my left eye, and then I'm going to clean up that transfer that I got. Oh, and the brushes are both the same. So I guess it's just the formula that's different. All right, there we are, 2 coats, one of the lengthening and one of the volumizing. They're fine. They're not horrible. Do I think they're the best mascara I've ever tried out? Absolutely not. Do I think they're the worst mascara I've ever tried out? Absolutely not. But they're just kind of run-of-the-mill mascaras. They're not bad. They're fine. I feel like they're kind of the same formula, though. I don't really see that there's much of a difference between the two formulas. So, I don't know. I think they might have... I don't know. I think the box might actually say the ingredients. I'm not sure. But I think my eyes are done. I feel like I've got like a little piece of transferring mascara there for sure. But I feel like I've got a little piece of glitter in one of my eyelashes. So they're still wet. So that might be something to consider. Yeah, they're staying wet. I'm not sure that I like that very much. All right. Well, moving on. All right, so finally we are up to the lip products. Everything else I already have on my face. I'm going to give you my first impression in just a moment as soon as I decide what lip I'm going to do. But there are 3 lipsticks. I think they're all matte. Yeah, they're matte. So there are 3 lipsticks. I'm going to show them to you and swatch them. So this first one, again, no colors. There's no color names listed on any of these. So this first one has an odd smell. It smells almost like strawberry. But there's the first one. It's like a cherry red. Go ahead and swatch that on the back of my hand. Okay. There that one is. I'll show you all 3 at the end. The next one is a much deeper red, almost like a wine shade. There that one is. Okay. Let's go ahead and swatch that one. Oh, it does not come off as deep when you swatch it. I'll show it to you in a second. And then the last one is a hot pink shade, which I think is like Paris's like go-to shade. I don't know. I can't imagine that I would ever actually wear that in real life. But I'm not Paris Hilton. So there they are. There are the 3 shades going from the top, the cherry, the deeper one, and then the bubblegum pink. And then there are 4 lip glosses. Again, no shade colors. This one is like a mauve color. Go ahead and Put just a little swatch there. These again are glosses, so they're going to be a little bit more opaque, or less opaque. So there's a pink one and then a red one. Okay. I like that red. I'm going to show you that red here in a second. And then this one is a shimmery pink. And the final one is like a duochrome, not a brown, but like a bronzy shade. That one is thicker than the other ones. That's kind of weird. Okay. So there are the 4 glosses going down the hand. I kind of like the deep red vampy one. I think that's what I might put on. That's like so not me. But my eyeshadow turned out very neutral, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this vampy red lipstick, which doesn't really show up as vampy red, and then put the vampy color over top with the gloss. All right, so there's just the lipstick. Again, it's not too vampy. It looks a lot deeper in the actual bullet than it does on the lips. And then I'm going to deepen that up with the darker lip gloss. The one thing I really would appreciate is if it had a lip liner. Even if it was like a nude or a clear lip liner, I would really appreciate a lip liner right now. Because I feel like both the lipstick and the lip gloss are just kind of like going everywhere. So, all right. That's not too bad. I think I could layer this up and get it even more vampy, because you can see now that it's kind of dried down on my hand, it's definitely not so glossy. Yeah, it's definitely not so glossy. It says it's a lip gloss, but it's not as glossy. Now it just kind of dried down a little bit. I'm knocking everything over. All right, I think that's my final look. Let's talk about everything. I'm gonna put everything back in the box real quick and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so let's talk about this kit. There's some things that I like and there's some things that I don't like. I didn't try the sharpeners, obviously. Highlighting palette, it's okay. They call it a glow kit. I don't know. It's okay. It's not horrible, but I can't really see my highlight right now. So it's not horrible. The blush I like. The eyeshadow palettes, they're okay. They're not the best thing I've ever had, but I mean, for $15 for all of these products, I keep going back to that and thinking, for $15, I did a full face other than my foundation. I could go out and buy this for $15, and then I could go to the drugstore and buy the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation for $6, and a Wet n Wild concealer, and like a Maybelline Fit Me powder or something like that, which I don't own, but I hear wonderful things about. I do have to get a hold of that and give it a try. But you could go out and spend $15 for this, $6 for a foundation, another like $2 or $3 for a concealer, and another $5 or $6 for a powder. And you can get Wet n Wild powder too for another like $4 or $5. So all total, you could do an entire face, multiple different looks, multiple different, like, just very different looks. You could literally go out for days looking different every day for several days for like what, like 30, 35 bucks? That's not bad. Like, even my clearance videos that I filmed here recently doing my full face with clearance, even my Walmart clearance video, which I think isn't up yet. I think that's the next video that's going to post. That's not an unboxing video here in June. But even my Walmart look, I think it was like $46. So you could do this, do some other foundation and so forth from the drugstore, and you could do all that for less money than getting like clearance makeup. Anyway, the blush I really did like. The eyeshadows were okay. I didn't try the brush. Again, you probably need more than just this brush. The eyeliners I wasn't a big fan of, but they're not the worst eyeliners I've ever used. The mascaras, they're okay. I've used other drugstore mascaras that look exactly the same. The lipstick is okay, but I'd really like a lip liner. Like, if there was a lip liner in here instead of 3 different eyeliners, that would have been much better. And the lip glosses, I actually kind of like this lip gloss. It's not super glossy. It's a little bit sticky. Like just a slight stickiness to it. But I like the shade. I think the shade actually saved the lipstick. The lipstick was okay. It's just, I like the darker shade a little bit better, especially since my eyes came out so neutral. So, yeah. Overall, this kit, $15 or what was it, $14.99, something like that. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. So there you are. There is my first impression of the Get the Paris look. It's not horrible. It's $15 at Marshall's. If you liked any of the things you saw, again, the lipsticks, not too bad. They're all pretty creamy. I am looking forward to trying that bronzy lip gloss at some point. And they're not really coming off, but this is... I'm still using the Honest wipes. I have this one, I have one more, so I told you they didn't work really well. Alright, well I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit the red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Have you seen this in your local Marshalls? And if so, have you picked it up and given it a try? And are your feelings different than mine? I don't know, I'd love to hear them. I kind of expected it to be a little bit, well, no I didn't. I was gonna say I expected it to be a little bit more quality. But for $15, no, I didn't. I mean, you literally get almost an entire face of makeup for $15. I think the price point is amazing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.